One of my first World Cups ever. Didn't really know what was going on. We were in a small town in Russia called Kolomna, which is about 100 miles south of Moscow. Right outside of Kolomna is one of the biggest Russian army bases in the whole country. And that day in particular, they decided to pack the stands all with the Russian army guys, giving them a day off. They don't cheer unless you're a Russian skater. Racing against a Russian skater for 10,000 meters, it's a long, brutal race. At first it was intimidating, the first couple laps, hearing big Russian men yelling at you. But sooner or later I started thinking, I'm gonna start thinking that these guys are cheering for me. I prepared harder, I've worked harder, I want to win more than this guy does. I was able to pull it off in the end. The last two laps were a little tight, but it was a good race. One of my best races ever, and that race helped propel me to even better races in the future because it gave me some real confidence in my own skating. Mental strength is not something that all of a sudden happens. It's something that you have to do every single day of your life. I train 6 days a week. I get to the oval every day at 7 a.m. and I leave at right around 7 p.m. You develop mental strength by pushing yourself to the limits and asking yourself, did I do everything I could today to be great? And if you can answer that at the end of the day, then you develop mental strength. It's day in and day out pushing yourself to the limit. We skate every day, we bike every day, we run every day, we lift weights, we do dry land. We try to make sure that we're at our physical peak so that when the time comes, we can perform at the world stage. What people often don't realize is that health in general has to be your entire body. And oftentimes, health starts right in your mouth. If you think about it, where does most of the things in your life go? It goes in your mouth. That's the biggest entry point into your body. So if your mouth is healthy, it's only a conduit to the rest of making sure that you have whole wellness. And it's not just me who feels that. Harvard researchers have seen time and time again that oral health leads to better wellness throughout your body. And as a top-level athlete, I need every advantage I can get. So if that means my oral health is prominent, then that's what I'll do in order to be at my best. I think the first person who taught me about oral health was probably my mom. It's probably like most people. You wake up in the morning, your mom tells you to brush your teeth first thing. And right before you go to bed, your mom's nagging you to floss your teeth and brush your teeth. And I think those early lessons from your parents can lead to better health throughout your life. I've known Dr. Dan since I was a pretty young kid. Every Sunday I'd caddy for Dr. Sindelar at one of the local country clubs. It reminded me to stay on top of my oral health. And all those things have kind of made a circle for me in order to help me achieve where I am right now as one of the world's top speed skaters. I'm very thankful for Dr. Sindelar and his push towards oral health for me.